All right, we're gonna start. Maybe we'll start doing this. I wanna see if some of my members wanna come in and drill and train and do live training. And then you guys can watch and see how I kind of train in real time, people. So we'll see how it goes. There's the Lifetime logo. All right. So you see how I have that hoop in the middle. So that's what I try to drive through. I want to drive middle for the most part. That was my first ball. First ball of the day right there. So I think accuracy is important, right? So what have I made? Probably, that was maybe 10, 11, 12 shots. I only missed one, the very first shot. That's good, but I'll probably start missing now. No, that made it. It just hit the crossbar. That missed. That missed. That made it. That missed. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Okay, those were all good. Missed a couple, but once you get in a groove, they start just going. I think somebody hurt their foot over there. He'll be okay. Yeah, she looks fine. Okay. So that's, is the audio good? Anybody tell me? Just give me a thumbs up if the audio is good. Live training with Coach David. Show you different stuff. Right now I'm just doing drives. Let's do some backhand drives. I'd say these are pretty good. I mean, they're all going through the center. I think it's important to be accurate. I don't have a ton of power, you know, but I am super accurate with my dinks and my drives. I see the issue though, when I'm playing for real. Okay, sorry, I had to adjust. Sorry, I had to adjust my barriers. Okay, that's two-handed backhand. Okay, I think I made every one. So I just have a hula hoop up there, clipped onto like what's a little display case for posters. So they go through the center, but sometimes they hit the display case. So one of my drills is I like to go forehand, backhand, down the middle line. Oh, first miss. Second miss. Oh, that's all right. I know what I was doing. This is the wrong grip. Okay, here we go. Oh, that was wild. Come on, David. Getting out of control now. There we go. Okay, so the reverse, when I would get stuck, so I have my fire hands grip, right? It just sits on the pinky, backhand, or my right hand is just on the back. It's pretty loose. So that's my two-handed forehand, fire hands. But when I get stuck is the two-handed fire hands, backhand. I'm working on it, but sometimes I have to switch and put my left hand on top. But the right hand stays the same. I just have to put my left hand on top. And usually in the transition, I have time to do it. You know, I'll hit a shot and then I can transition into it. All right. I got some beautiful courts here, huh? We got some more coming. 3 more on this basketball court. Let me show you. So here's our basketball courts. Let me poke you around the side there. So those are our basketball courts. Got it? And there's going to be 3 more pickleball courts. So 6 indoor courts. Okay. Now I work on so that was my controlled shot. So my controlled shot is, I call it up the wall. So instead of like really snapping my hands over, I come into the ball, pretty closed. I wait hitting my finger with the hand so far up the, yes. I have like a extra bump on my finger from where it's been hit many times over the years. But what I gain with this grip, instead of a continental grip, I'll take it. I gain way more control, way more backhand power than I can with a continental grip. Plus, I don't get tennis elbow. So I get such bad tennis elbow, I just cannot do the continental grip. I just can't. It's not for everybody, you know. I know tennis players coming into the game, they're like religious about continental grip, and now they're starting to switch to Eastern grip. You know, Western grip, Eastern grip, continental grip. To me, yeah, if you can train for years with a continental grip, like those tennis players started when they were kids, yeah, definitely, you can do it, and I would do it for sure. But for me, I do the ping pong grip just because I didn't grow up as a tennis player. I had no racket sports, no paddle sports. I was a golf pro, I was a semi-pro baseball player, and high-level martial arts. You can go to selfdefensemaderealeasy.com and see my self-defense program, selfdefensemaderealeasy.com. Okay, so I do the ping pong grip, and I actually do like a double ping pong. So that's my two-handed backhand. But when I do my two-handed forehand, I switch to my fire hands grip. And then I can really get some great roll, because when I was a golf pro, this is my golf swing. So for a tennis player that has done tens and thousands of reps with the continental grip, and that's what they're comfortable with, I have done hundreds of thousands of reps with my golf swing, right? So it's just natural to me. If you're a golfer, give it a try. As I put that into the net. So what I'm finding out, is I do get more power when I open this up, open and close. Accuracy comes from not opening that much and then coming up this wall. I call it coming up the wall. So let's say this is the wall. I'm swinging and then coming up this wall and turning over. I swing and up this wall A lot of people swing on this transverse plane here. That's bad. I want to swing, I believe, at the sagittal plane in front of me. I want to swing in front of me, and then it turns over at the top. And then it turns over. So we don't want the transverse plane, we want a sagittal plane. Okay. Man, I'm just real accurate. Coming up that wall, I can hit these corners with a lot of topspin. That ball has to be out in front of me. Out in front. Out in front. Out in front. And how do I get there? It's called, because I trained with Heli Spar, I'm Dynamite Double certified. So she taught what's called the Danish two-step. Okay, let's get to my feet. Danish two-step, so if I'm facing you, right? It's right, left, right, right, left. And then with one-handed, you'd be right, left. The hand would go out, right? And then I swing. But two-handed, right, left. For a right hand, forehand, right, left. The right goes behind the left, and then the left kind of moves forward, right? Right, left, right, left. Doing it this way. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right? So I load, right, left, load, and then, yeah, I have a pretty decent one-handed forehand, but it's really not as consistent as this fire hands. Plus I can do really cool rolls with it. Yeah, really cool rolls. All right. Let's do, so I have my numbers out there for my pickleball, my number system, the 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let me just show you that real quick. Okay, so here's the thing I was hitting through. And then the 1, 2, 3, and 4. So those are, look at that, the 2. Let me jump over there. If you're facing it, okay? So these are my targets I almost always hit. I hit the 2 because it's somebody's backhand. We always assume 90% it's righty-righty. That's somebody's backhand, right? Somebody's backhand. The 4 is somebody's backhand. Why I like the 4 the best? Most of my shots go to the number 4 because now I don't have to worry about this player at all. I only have to hit this guy's backhand. Even if he sees it coming, it doesn't matter. Unless they show me that they have some just real awesome two-handed backhand or something, then I'll be cautious, I can change it. But I don't have to change it too much. I can just move it over a little, but I still go in this target. So my 2 is this guy's backhand, but I have to risk this guy's forehand. Okay, but with every target becomes something. So if I keep hitting this target, I keep moving them over, now I open that 1 over there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I can go behind them, especially if we're dinking over here and they've turned. Now I can go behind to the 1. If they're crowding because I'm attacking somebody, now I can go to the 1. So each number I hit opens another number. That's the key in pickleball, by numbers. And it's really important dink by numbers, how I do it, because I have attacks off of each number that I know are coming. I just wait for those 2 attacks. I don't have to do anything special. I don't have to think. I just react. Okay. So that's that. Now let's do the number 4 pattern. Okay, so my number 4 pattern off the return. Okay, off the third. So we're assuming we're serving. My partner's serving. They serve diagonally, right? A mistake by that person is returning in front of themselves. So they return to me. That gives me the green light to hit a drive. There's only 2 scenarios when I hit a drive. It's that person returns in front of themselves, or I get a short return, then I'm just gonna go drive it, right? So my partner serves, they hit it back to me, I drive at them. because I'm gonna beat them coming up. I'm gonna beat them coming up. And if their partner doesn't cover them, if they don't hunt that ball down, then I got them. So they serve, it's return in front of me, I drive. Let's say they block it. Now I go to my 4. Let's say they dink to me here. Now I have a slice number 4, right? I have to avoid this thing there. That's my number 4 pattern off the third shot drive. My partner serves, they return forward, I beat them coming up. They reset, I go to my number 4, and let's say I'm here, I rolled my number 4. Okay, I'm just hitting that 4. I'm setting it up with this drive. Serve, they drive, they return in front of themselves. I beat them coming up, I go to my number 4. Let's say they return here and I forehand roll the number 4. After I've developed that pattern, I can break it. I have them lulled into my pattern. Now I can break it. The serve goes to there. They return in front of themselves. I drive forward. They reset here. I go to my number 4. I move this guy over and that guy over. He comes back to me, let's say middle. Now I'm going inside to outside to the 1. Inside to outside to the 1. Easy. I just do these same patterns over and over and over. I know exactly what's coming back off of them. I know my partner knows exactly what I'm doing, so they can set up for the same shots. Where I get in trouble is playing with people that drive the 3rd, drive the 5th with no pattern, and then you just, there's nothing to get ready for. It's all just reaction. I don't like playing that way. I like to have everything preset. It just makes it easier. So they serve diagonally. This person returns in front of themselves. I beat them coming up. They hit a block. I go to my number 4. I shift this whole team over. That person usually tries to come back cross court. So let's say this guy stays there, he comes back cross court. Now I have that Ben Johns down the line shot, down the 1. Okay? So I have these patterns preset. Awesome, Ali.
One more. There's 3 in a box.
Oh, only 3? Okay, cool. Okay, check out our Yola. All right. So we have the Yola banners, and then we have Lifetime Pickleball banners or blockers. Okay, that works. Yeah. Awesome, thanks. Okay, so now let's do the other side. All right. Are we all getting this? So at the pro level, we play patterns. We have patterns and we have plays. Once the lower levels, they're just hitting random shots everywhere. There's no rhyme or reason. A lot of times they just might see a hole or they don't. I'm not sure what they're doing, but I call it chaos ball. So there's no way to read it. Some of the hardest games I've ever played are against 3.5ers because you have no idea what they're doing. At least at the pro level, we have to out-strategize. Everybody's got a good game. You have to out-strategize them. So I want to watch their patterns, and then I want to defeat their pattern. So we're all looking for each other's patterns, and then we want to defeat their pattern. And then we can set people up by using our pattern, and then switch our pattern on them, and then we can get a point. So my partner serves cross. I beat him coming up. Sorry, let's go again. I can't edit my misses. Okay, partner serves. He returns in front of himself. I beat him coming up. He blocks to me. I actually go back to the 4. He brings it middle, and I go inside out to the 4. Okay? That's a 4-4 pattern here. They serve, return forward. I do a 2-handed backhand. I beat him coming up. Let's say he comes to my forehand. Now I do a 2. He comes back middle, and I do an inside out to a 4. I'm trying to get to that 4 as soon as possible. But I don't want to do a forehand to the 4 because that gives them an Ernie and it's easy to see. I always want to do a backhand to the 4. So serve, they return forward, big mistake. I try to beat them coming up. Let's say it comes to my forehand. I hit a forehand to the 2. It comes middle, then I do an inside out to the 4. Now I become my own blocker. I'm right in front of that ball. I closed my own middle gap. Serve, return, they make a mistake. I drive here. Let's say now it comes to my backhand. Sometimes I will go to the 2. And then if he brings it out here, then I can go like an inside out to the 4. But only up across court. I don't go to the 4 straight. It has to be off across court. Okay, drive. They return, make a mistake. I beat them coming up. I go to the 2. They dump it middle. And then it looks like I'm going to go to the 4 because I've showed that pattern. Now these guys are shifting. Now I look like I'm going 4 and I go to the 1. Right? I'm set up to go to my 4 and I go to the 1. Deception. At the pro level, deception is huge. Okay. I think there's people. Yeah. No, they only got 2 courts full over there. All right, so I'm gonna keep hitting balls, but I'm gonna let you guys go. Hey, I appreciate that. I'm gonna see if some of the members wanna do this, do live training, and then, I'll tell you their levels. Where you say they go middle, man, I can't read it as fast. What if they go middle? If they return middle, then this forehand would go get it. The forehand would go get it and still try to beat them. If that's what you're trying to say, and still try to beat them coming up. But a lot of times, that's a good question, because I'll show you. So I think the question was, what if they return middle instead of to one of the sides? So let's say this person returns middle, but he's still coming up. If he comes up slow, and a lot of times that'll be my drop. It depends how fast he's coming up. Usually if they return forward, they're coming up quick, and they just took their other player out of their game. They took their player out of the game. Because a lot of times that guy won't be as aggressive and come all the way over, but even if he does, then I'm going to that other side, right? I'm going to that corner there. So, man, it's a good question, because I know what I'm doing. So let's say this, so I would serve cross court. They return cross court. My original idea is to go back to the guy who hit the ball. He's the one that's going to be slower, right? The other person's probably coming up with them. So I'm going to try to beat them coming up. But usually if they return cross court, I'm dropping to my number 4. I'm dropping to my 4 because he has to run up and then hit the shot. I'm still eliminating this guy. All right. If I serve cross and they return to my side, I'm usually dropping to the 4. I'm dropping to the 4. Or I can roll it to that corner, but that's super aggressive. And it depends how fast they are. If they're like young pros, that's a different story because they're so fast to get to the line. Then you just drive middle, but over the net. Drive middle. Sometimes it'll confuse them, right? One person's moving up, one person has a backhand. So I just drive middle, and that's why I practice driving middle too. But normally, whenever I get the ball, come on, David. I'm dropping to that number 4. I'm just bringing it to the 4. Roll to the 4. Okay? So try to get to that 4 as soon as possible. It'll, not only does your partner know what's happening, but it's gonna, a lot of times it just wins on its own. It just wins. It's such a good shot. I feel like I can hit this ball wherever I want with enough practice, right? With this fire hands grip. Okay, now I'm gonna let you go. But that was a great question. All right, guys, Lifetime Pickleball Summerlin in Las Vegas. It's like the Beverly Hills of Vegas, I would say. It's pretty awesome. Okay, see you guys. Thanks for watching. Boop.